All right. Well, either good morning or good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chelsea Homeland, and I am the Director of Strategic Partnerships for ACCE. And we just want to thank you so much for joining our Partner Solutions session today, titled Managing Member Benefit Programs with an Agile Technology Partner. So before we get started here, there's a few housekeeping items. This is an express session lasting only 20 minutes. So we'll have 5 or 10 minutes of transition time to allow you to get to the next track of sessions that will begin at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. All the attendees are going to be muted throughout this session, so please use the chat if you have any comments or questions for our two speakers. And we'll use the last 5 minutes for Q&A, and we'll take as many questions from the chat as we can. This session is being recorded and will be available starting tomorrow on the event site, so please feel free to share with your colleagues that may not have been able to attend. And now I will hand things over. Our two wonderful speakers today are Cheryl Wirch-Ryckman, the Director of Operations at the Greater Victoria Chamber of Commerce in Canada, and Pam Sefrino, Senior Sales Executive at MemberClicks. And Pam will go ahead and get us started on today's presentation.
Great. Thank you, Chelsea. Good afternoon, everyone. As Chelsea had mentioned, I am Pam Sefrino. I'm a Senior Account Executive here at MemberClicks. I'm also a former Metro Chamber of Commerce professional of almost 10 years, and I have been attending ACCE for more than 20 years now. Thank you all for joining us. Before I do turn things over to our wonderful partner, Cheryl, I would like to share with you a little bit about MemberClicks for those on the call who are not familiar with us. I will be brief. Here at MemberClicks, of course, our goal is to help chambers to thrive through refreshing technology and a heart for service. We offer a suite of technology platforms here and a team of outstanding professionals to help you achieve your goals with our technology. Here at MemberClicks, we actually do serve the largest number of metro, regional, and state chambers of commerce of any membership software company out there, along with hundreds of small and mid-sized local chambers as well. Our newest version of the Atlas Chamber Management System is really slick and modern, and it's designed to help your team to effortlessly manage every aspect of your chambers, including, of course, membership and prospect management, but also tiered dues and member benefits, sponsorship and sales opportunities, your email communications, and so much more. So it really is a product that serves as a catalyst for membership growth, engagement, retention, non-dues revenue, all of the things that you're doing on a day-to-day basis. And most importantly, our customer support and success teams are second to none. And I know Cheryl is going to tell you a little bit about that today as well. We do offer other products as well, learning management systems, job boards, and we have a new community platform to help you engage your members and connect members to each other. Today, I am so excited to have Cheryl here with me to share some insights with you today. The Victoria Chamber of Commerce has been a loyal MemberClicks Atlas client for almost 10 years now. Cheryl is what we call a power user of the Atlas system, and she's going to share with you today some of the creative ways that she and her teams are using the Atlas system to demonstrate value back to members, and how our teams have supported them all along the way. So I'm going to go ahead now and turn it over to Cheryl.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Pam. It's much appreciated. And I have to say, Pam is not exaggerating when she talks about the number of different programs and the integration of all of the software. It's one of the reasons why when we made the transition, it was to go to, at the time, WebLink, and now MemberClicks. It's because of the fact that everything was integrated. We weren't having to have that awkward moment of going from one program to another to do with events versus with the directory versus the website. It was great. And when we sat down and we talked with Pam about which opportunity we were going to chat with today. One of the things we went through a lot of different things, because the nice thing is MemberClicks has been very flexible with us and has helped us on a lot of different things. When we figured out what we wanted to talk about, the big thing for us is that we looked at the fact that, and I think this is a problem for a lot of chambers, is that the question of the members coming to us and saying, what have you done for us lately? When we were looking at that, we needed to have a way that was good for our salesperson as well as our member to figure out how we had helped them as a member and how they had gotten to that next stage. It's important for us to be able to say, what have we completed for them? What's the solution piece? So when they launched the member benefits program, and I think this was about 1.5 to 2 years ago, our team was kind of like, okay, well, this is related to tiered benefits. I'm not sure it relates to us, but as we sat there in the demo, and part of this is having a great, very clever team, the light bulb started going off. And we started taking a look at it and going, hey, I know how we can use that differently for our chamber and our needs. We don't do tiered, but we do a lot of things for our members that we don't have an opportunity to otherwise talk to them about and show them what we've done over the years. The nice thing about what Atlas does is every program's nimble enough. So the only thing that's really kind of holding you back is your imagination as to how to use the tool. This is incredible. When we were looking at this, we sat there and we said, okay, so we need to make sure that we can do it on a lot of different levels. So when you're taking a look at the project, the profile benefit management, this is from the back end on their new browser, which is great. And it takes us through the journey of the membership, because you'll see here we have a business awards winner that happened in 2016. Now that's a $10,000 benefit. We don't want to have something like that that kind of drops off the plate of what have you done for me lately conversations, because it involves television and print and magazine and tons and tons of social media. So we want to make sure that that phone call comes in, the salesperson could immediately take a look at this, or the members services person could look at this and say, okay, so some of the things that we've been able to do for you are X, Y, and Z. But as important as that is, I'd rather be able to stop the call before it comes into us of what have you done for me lately. So we were taking a look at possibly programming out a member value statement, when lo and behold, Atlas comes up with this, which is a new member portal for our members. And it allows us to quickly and easily, as you can see, it shows all about the member, but it also shows the benefits used that year. So it talks about the fact that they were a business awards winner. This is a restaurant. During COVID, restaurants were terribly affected. So we did a promotion for them. And it shows the value of that promotion. It shows if they've done a special offer out to the members or coupon, that's actually tracked. Social media mentions are tracked. And that's important because at a glance, they can see the ROI on what their membership was. And it helps us with waylaying that conversation of what have you done for me lately? Because I don't know about you guys, but we never remember at the end of the year all of the many, many things we've done throughout the entire year. This is a good way for us to be able to get that information out to the member. For some of our bigger members, so although we don't do tiered, we do what's called a chamber champion. So this is that extra echelon of member that does a little bit more, pays a little bit more. I'm certain it's similar to people who have partners or they have a CEO circle or the platinum member. But once again, this allows us to track all of the little bits and bytes of that very, very special membership. It allows them to see where they're at in that journey. And most importantly, it's taken us to that next level with this, because it also, we've, once again, part of the integrated packages with communications, we've had it automated. So it now sends out an email to the team monthly that talks about the fulfillment for all of those champions, where we are in that journey. Because there is nothing worse than getting to that 11th month and realizing you have way more things to fulfill than you have time to fulfill. So it's a great automation, and the staff are thrilled with it because nobody has time to go in and run the report, but if the report's actually just sitting in their inbox, that makes a difference. It's also great for our small members. I know it seems you want to make sure that you love all of your members equally. It's like children. So for a small member like this is a 1 or 2 person shop. It allows us to tell them that, they've used their benefit of their community calendar posting they've done. If they're using an affiliation program that provides an actual cash value for them, it actually tells them how much of that cash value has come back to them, like our ESSO program. Special offers, once again, that coupon. And then I'm certain a lot of the chambers have done this during COVID times. This member was not able to open her business for an entire year. It's our job as a chamber to support that member. But we wanted to make sure that we were also able to track it for her. So we actually have the membership hiatus as part of that member benefit, just so that they know we were here for them at that time. The job board. This was great. 2019 in the fall, this launched. It was great. At the time it launched, we were the place in Canada that had the lowest unemployment rate. Then COVID struck and we had the highest. And now we're back again to the lowest unemployment rate. And this has taken us through that entire journey. It's been phenomenal because it allowed us to open it up. We started with it being straight just for members, and that's where it's gotten back to again. But for our members, as they are struggling to try and fill all of those posts and all of those jobs, the ability for them to see at a glance that they've used a job board. And for those who haven't, the nice part about this is it also provides them with the opportunity to take a look at what they aren't using. So when we're looking at the member benefits, it has a couple of different aspects that we're using. So we're using it to talk to our members about what they are using, what they still have at their disposal to use. And this is kind of a drop in the bucket. We do things like certificate of origins for people who are doing international commerce. We do room rentals. We do boardroom rentals. Now, this, of course, during COVID times was cut back, but it's basically taking a look at the catalog of all of the things that you have available for your members and figuring out what they value the most and making sure you're tracking them. And before anybody says, there's going to be some issues with time and how long it takes to do that. Keep in mind that co-op students, high school students, getting a student into the Chamber of Movement is a very effective way to do that work and keep that information quick and easy access for your member. So I know I kind of sped through that. Does anybody have any questions? Chelsea, are you on mute? There.
I am off mute, yes. So we don't have any current questions in the chat, but we encourage you to write your questions in the chat. But Cheryl, I have a question. Can you tell us how have your members responded to your chamber sharing this, kind of these types of benefit information with them?
It's been really great. The members have been very responsive to it because they like being able to see, particularly our champions, because they like being able to see exactly what's been utilized. So for example, if they have 3 e-blasts that they are entitled to, they'd like being able to see that they've used one of 2 so that they can do that for planning. For a lot of the members, it's just a matter of kind of being able to quickly see this. Now, the member portal has only recently launched, so we haven't gotten a lot of feedback at this point, other than the fact that they love it. They're thrilled that they can actually see what's happening with their own membership. It goes way beyond just the member benefits. It also shows the events that they went to. It shows all kinds of information about their journey as a chamber member. But the feedback we've had most at this point is from the chamber champions who are, once again, they're able to see exactly what they still have left of things that they still want to, utilize as part of their special program.
That's great, and that makes sense because then they're able to really utilize their full membership and all the things you offer. So that's wonderful. One other question. So what advice would you offer for a newer chamber that has just started using the MemberClicks platform?
My recommendation would be to make sure that you attend their user sessions. I've worked with a lot of software companies over the years. I came from a software background, and what really makes a difference with a company is having the right people in place to help. So they have both a success team who are great with brainstorming. for example, we were running magazines for a while, and I needed Atlas to be able to create a run sheet for me. And it's not that software, right? So but I sat down with somebody and we brainstormed. It was like, boom, done. And I love it. I mean, we use it to this day. That run sheet program is as effective as the run sheet programs I used to use when I was working in print media. So it's that kind of willingness to sit down and figure out solutions that make all the difference. So my recommendation, talk to your success team. Figure out your pain points and talk to them about how they can solve it. The other thing that I would recommend is that they attend the user groups. The user groups are phenomenal. Every 2 weeks, you get to sit down with a group of your peers and you get to hear best practices. You get to share information. You get to ask questions. So utilize that. Make sure you're attending the regular training sessions. It's one of the things I love when we bring on new staff. They actually have a repository of videos that talk about how to use the tool. So, you have to have that first foundation piece of how to use the tool before you can say, okay, so our chamber uses it this way. So we adapted a little bit this way, adapted a little bit that way. But you have to have those training videos. And I love the fact that I don't have to sit there for an hour going through that with somebody. Instead, I can send them on their way. I can get them to watch a few videos and then come back to me with questions, which is so much more effective than me going click, 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 and the person going, that's how you do it.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Well, I know this is such a very brief and quick session, but I just wanted to thank you both for sharing your time and experience with all of us today. And thank you to everyone that attended for joining us. Again, the session was recorded and it will be available on the event site tomorrow. So please visit MemberClicks virtual booth and profile for more information. And just a reminder that the next Partner Solutions track will begin at 2 p.m. Eastern time, which is in about 10 minutes. With that, I'll have Cheryl and Pam just give any kind of final words to close out our session today.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, Cheryl, for sharing your experience. And Cheryl has been a longtime client of ours, and she's used this. She and her teams have used the system in such a flexible way, and she really has, pointed out the flexibility of the system, but also the willingness of our customer support and success teams to really help you at your chamber to be successful. So thank you for that. And member benefits management is something that we are seeing more and more chambers really using in our system, because it really is about demonstrating that value back to members time and time again. So thank you, Cheryl. And yes, please do come visit the MemberClicks booth. We are giving away a beautiful piece of luggage as our giveaway when all of you do get back to traveling. I know that all of us on the meeting just before we started, we're talking about how much we're looking forward to seeing you all in person again. So come on over and take a shot at winning that beautiful piece of luggage and come talk with us in our booth.
And I want to say thank you to everybody who attended today's session. I much appreciated sharing the information with you. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions about it. I think that one of the strongest things about Atlas is the fact that they do have that nimbleness, that flexibility, and as well, we've been with them over, as Pam said, almost 10 years now. And the beautiful part about all of the evolutions that they've brought into play is that they are user generated. So you actually have a hand in creating the next evolution point for MemberClicks and Atlas, and that's huge. Once again, I've worked with a lot of different companies. You don't normally see that. So thank you very much. And I hope to see you at one of our user sessions soon.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. We so appreciate you joining us. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the day at the summit.
Thank you.
Bye.